Hey there, YouTube, it's Justin the Junkie. How the fuck are you guys doing today?
Every woman that I meet is unfaithful. Every guy in town is stuffing her puss hole. Y'all can have her, I hope you like blue balls.
So today, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to build, or how I'm building, these Eaton Fuller Countershaft holders, okay? Also, I am making 2 extra sets to sell. I think they're going to be about 80 bucks once I get them done. But if you guys are interested, let me know in the comment section. And, you know, the first 2 people that want them, I'll go ahead and sell them to you. I had enough material. I'm making a set for me here at the shop, and then I'm making a set for Jim. The first set here at the shop will be mine because I kind of fucked it up. I put the 45 on the wrong side. But anyway, let's go. First thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to just build one of these, and then the other ones will be the same. So what I did is I already took my material and got my rough estimate. I'm like 5 thousandths away on each side from where I got to be. But the first thing we have to do is face it. So what we're going to do is skin this off so we get down to a consistent height and all that stuff. And I'm going to show you how to do that here on the mill. I know you guys are probably getting tired of fucking watching me make shit, but I really enjoy this. I almost enjoy this just as much as I do like fixing the trucks and having all my other tools. This thing is going to be awesome in the future. I mean, I've already made some pretty cool stuff, you know, just like modifying wrenches or anything like that. You get a real accurate stuff, and I'm teaching myself a new skill. And part of my channel is about learning. This is about, if you want to do something, you just got to go do it. You know, let's get off, don't fucking be, you know, don't cry about, you know, that you don't know how to do stuff when you can teach yourself. That's what I'm doing here. So, you know, I wanted to make something that looked a little bit nicer than what Jim had, and then people showed some interest and all that stuff. So I'm going to make a couple extra ones. Just let me know what you guys think when I get these done. Alrighty, what I do is I already got it set up, kind of, you know, the piece clamped in the vise. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off 25 thousandths with my first cut. I'm going to kind of see where that gets me. Actually, what we got going on here is this thing is, I got this big face mill on there and I'm running at 340 RPM. I kind of just want to see what this does. I got it slowed down. That's about a good feed rate right there. I really like this big face mill here. So what we'll do is we'll face 25 thousandths off of it, and then we'll flip it over, face another 25 thousandths off of it, and that should get me down to like 4 1/4. That's how thick I wanted to make them, was 425 thousandths. So that's the number that we're going to. Last night I spent about 4 hours retramming this mill in, so hopefully I got it a lot better. Because with these big face mills, sometimes it'll drag coming across the back, and I don't want that. It'll give you a weird crosshatch pattern. That's what I noticed when I was milling yesterday on something. And I'm only feeding this about 200 inches a minute. Not very fast. We're running 340. So really this machining's just about set up and do whatever, but you guys get the gist of this. You don't need to watch all this stuff. You know, I just wanted to show you what I'm doing and talk about kind of the feed rates. I'm not the greatest at this, you know, I'm just trying to make good quality parts. Like I said, trying to teach myself a new skill. So that's that size. Oh man, we got this mill trimmed in perfectly. I'll have to show you this. What I'm going to do is, since I'm already here, I'm going to face another 25 off this, because this piece is approximately 4 or 500 thousandths thick, and I want to get to about 4 1/4. So we'll take 50 Alrighty, now we just run it again. Let's get some oil on there, just to make it a little bit easier. Alrighty, you guys get the gist of it right there. I'll come back when I show you when I got these faced in and all that type of stuff. I got all 3 sets that I got faced here. Look at that surface. You know, I'm getting better at this. I got that mill trimmed in perfectly. So the next step is I have these gang together. What we want to do is kind of eyeball this up here. And we are going to center punch these holes. And then we're going to do the drilling operation first. What we're going to do is, you know, there's really no difference on the reference on the edge. So what we're going to do is do the drilling operation first. This is my transfer punch set. If you don't have a set of these things, and you do some heavy fabrication work, these are the shit. So what we're going to do is clamp these in the vise. We are going to drill the center, we're going to drill the holes. Okay, you know, this shouldn't move around and all that stuff. And then what we are going to do is face the outside to get it down to diameter so they're both the same. And we're going to use a bolt to hold these together once we get it in there. So this is, you know, this spot stays center. And then what we will do is do this 45 here and all that stuff. So, you know, I got 6 of them faced there and all that stuff. So let's move on to the next operation, which is drilling. I'll get it all set up. We'll bring you back for that point. We got the center drill in there. I'm just going to put a little bit of hole, a little bit of oil. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to center drill all these first, so you don't have to change the operation. Well, then what we'll do is we'll just move over to the next one. Now what I'm going to do is move over to the first hole, or the center hole. All right, there we go. Get some oil on that. Bit's getting dull. Whatever this shit is made out of, this is rock hard plate. Alrighty. So there's that one. Now we're drilling better. That's the first one of the 4 or 3 sets that we're making. So then all we have to do is find a bolt, you know, to put all that stuff together. I gotta countersink these bastards. Then we will bolt this together and face everything else off. What we're doing is we're just facing these off. I got one done. I already did the long, tall edges, but I'm just facing these off so they're both the same height. And then I'm leaving them bolted together, and the next step we're going to do is do the 45. But I want to get them all faced to the same size, and then figure out kind of how I want to do this 45 again. But, you know, we're just slowly coming along. I'm running the tooling a little bit slow. Like, we're only at 700 RPM, and then I like a lot of cutting oil, just because I know it creates a lot of smoke here, give it a little ambiance, but I just like it. You know, I don't know if I'm doing this right or whatever, but I figured any type of coolant would be better for the bit. don't want to tear up these bits. These end mills are fucking expensive. So we'll get this faced off. I'm not facing this stuff to any certain number. I'm just taking 25 thousandths off each side to get it, you know, smooth here and all that stuff, and then we will go from there. But you know, we got the holes in. I got one that's a little fucked up, but I think it will work. So it's all right. We're back here. We are working on this. I'm going to kind of show you how I've been setting up this 45, and it works pretty good for me. Now, I don't know if this is the proper way to set up a 45. I'm sure that there is. So what I've been doing is just kind of eyeballing this up like this. See, we're not at a 45. It's got to go up. Kind of eyeballing this like this, and then making sure right there we're in a 45. I mean, this does not have to be exactly at a 45, but I'm trying my best here. Okay, so now we got that. We are cutting this down 300 thousandths from 0. So I'm trying to put all of them in the same 0, okay? I got a 1-inch roughing end mill in this thing. I'm running 200 RPM, so we got her in the low side of the box. And we're doing about, we're only doing about 1 inch a minute, just so we don't get a whole bunch of chatter. What I've found, just messing around here, machining this stuff, is that it's about, you want to have the bigger the tool, you want to slow the mill way down, especially going through this steel stuff that we're going through here. You know, and this roughing end mill, I mean, it takes short work getting this apart here. Now, we're only going a short distance. That's why I'm just not feeding it that fast, trying to have slow feed rates, you know, is what I've kind of learned as teaching myself here, okay? So now what we'll do is we'll just buzz this across, pull off this big burr. Alrighty, now what I've been doing is we can take 100 thousandths at a clip here. So I'm just rolling it up to 100 thousandths. You can see on the DRO there, we're at 100 thousandths. So what I'm trying to do is, you know, just take nice cuts. Now again, somebody's going to call me the smoke master, but I like a lot of oil. These end mills are fucking expensive. I'm tired of fucking them up. So that's where I've learned the low and slow pattern. And you can hear we're not getting a bunch of chatter. The thing's not jumping around. So I'm pretty happy about that. But what we're going to do is just keep moving down till we're at 300 thousandths. And that's going to give us this approximate 45-degree angle to clearance the other side of the case that you'll use. And then what we'll move into is hogging out the center here to give a 50 thousandths relief cut down in here to, these things are not pushing on your output shaft, they actually pull it in on the countershafts to make it work a little bit better. I have a feeling I'm going to be having to put an X power feed on this thing. It's pretty jazzy. I mean, I already have one, but this one's kind of, it doesn't want to turn off right, and it's kind of fucked up, but we'll cross that bridge when we make some money. So again, you know, like I said, I don't know if this is the proper way, but it's working for me, so we'll just go with that. The next time we'll come back, I'll show you what I'm doing in the inner braces there. You know, I'm sure you guys don't want to watch this just cut and cut. You know, I know some people do, but it is what it is. But that's all we got to do. I've got the other three done, if you can see here. You know, we got that nice angle. Then we'll have to, you know, chamfer all these edges and stuff like that. But should be all right. Okay, now we're moved on to the step where we are, what we're doing here is we're cutting this pocket down. The reason that I'm cutting this pocket is because what happens is there's a 50 thousandths washer that goes on the back side of these stupid countershafts, and this washer just cleans. You know, because the ones that Jim had that I'm copying here, his weren't made right. So what happens is it would push the countershaft forward instead of pulling it back. So on the ones that I'm making, I am, you know, notching this down about 55 thousandths, give or take. Going pretty good. This power feed, I fucking love it. Makes it really easy. And, you know, just cleaning up the chips here. These things get everywhere. I hate these things. So really what I got is that 7/8 end mill in there, then we're just moving it 50 thou, you know, we're just moving over, eyeballing the diameter. You know, there's really no number, but I've got it pretty close. Then I have some lines scribed on here about how long it needs to be. It needs to be 2-inch 300 somewhere in there to clear that washer. So we're just doing this here, cutting all these across. And then the last step we'll have to do is radius all these edges. And we will do that next. I'll show you guys one of them, and then we'll have the finished part. You know, like I said, if you guys want one of these, I have some stainless that I bought for scrap, basically, less than scrap price. And I'm thinking about making me a set out of stainless, you know, and polishing it all up. It would look fucking cool as fuck. So move this down right there, lock the table in. Turn on the power feed, let us get us some oil. I've kind of figured out these end mills, you know, like I'm just going slow and steady here. I don't have enough practice yet to really run these things like wide the fuck open. So that's this step. We got one more to come across, and then we'll be done. See, we're not getting these hot chips. The oil's a little hot, but the chip color is really good. It's, you know, it's not all burnt up like I was getting before. You know? I mean, look at all these chips. I mean, they're everywhere. This shit gets everywhere, man. You need like a, I need like a central vac system for the shop, because it sucks. Alrighty. There's that. Alrighty, we should be on the last one here. Oh yeah. So that's them getting notched out. I'll show you what they look like when we're done here. Well, this is what one that I've already done, how it's stepped down like this. Then I just got to figure out how to deburr this inside edge, because this edge is really sharp. But I might try to put a, 16th radius end mill on there and end mill it off. But so far these things are looking really good. Alrighty, what we're doing now is we are going to radius these sharp corners. I'll show you how to do this. Alrighty, so the first thing is you got to run over. Okay, and what we're doing is we're coming up and we're just barely touching this. Okay, we're going to re-zero our DRO. We're going to come down and we're going to come in here and just touch that off, okay? Then we're gonna roll this in. Now here's the tricky part. So what we were gonna do is we were gonna roll this in 3 thousandths. You don't want the negative, you want the positive. Okay, we're gonna lock the y-axis in. Then we're gonna come up to this is the z-axis, so this is the table coming up. Okay, and we're going to roll it to 3 thousandths again. This table is touching. Alright, 3.2, that ain't going to make a big difference. 3.0. Okay, now you can see that our DRO is set at 3.0. Okay, now what we're going to do is these parts should be faced very similar, but I just check them each time when I first start the initial setup. Okay, now we need plenty of lube. Alright, now what we're going to do is we're just going to turn on the power feed, and what we're doing is how you set these radius things up is 3 thousandths off your material, so you don't get this huge burr on there. Okay, now what we're going to do is just run across all these except the 45s. We're going to save those to last because I have to put it in a different fixturing plate, and we're also going to save these sharp corners to last because we're going to do all those at one particular time. So I'm just trying to save the setup here. What that does right there is see how we have this nice smooth radius and there's no burrs over here, okay? So then what we got to do is we flip the part over, come in here, got a new hammer. Alrighty, now we just repeat the process. Alrighty, now we should stay the same since we are fixed. We're always coming off the fixed jaw on the vise here. Alright, so that's really all we're doing here. You know, it's basically the same setup with everything. I'll come back and I'll show you how I'm doing this 45 here in a little bit, but I got a couple more of these to do, actually 4 more to do, and you know, it won't take me very long doing it like this. See how we have no burrs and we have a nice radius corner? That way nobody cut their hand on these sharp corners. I like to oil this up pretty good because these radius cutters have a really tight radius in there and they don't, you know, they're not made to be like pinched. I can't really climb mill with them. I have a conventional mill, so you know, we're going the same way as the cutter into the, you know, the work is going the same way as the cutter. This is all stuff that I'm learning too by trial and error. We're on the last long one here, and then we'll have to flip it over and do the soft ones. But like if I faced all these to a certain size, I could use the same setup on all of it, but I kind of didn't. They're off just a little bit. And I'm not going to be able to radius down in here, so I'm going to have to use some hand blending just to do that. They're clamped in there good. this radius stuff is really cool. You know, I'm glad that you guys like some of these machining videos. You know, I have a whole bunch of more stuff to make. I gotta get a rotary table to build something for Jim. Jim wants another Cummins tool, but I'll probably build some extras if you guys out there would like anything. You know, like these are going to be for sale. I got a lot more, like I said, I went to the metal yard. I got a lot more, you know, material. I could make a whole bunch more. But I'm going to make 2 extra ones, and like I said in the beginning of the video, if anybody wants one, you know, I'll have to figure out a price here. 80 bucks and then $10 shipping, so $90 all in, which really isn't that bad because I got, you know, a whole day in making 4 sets. So there is that. There is that all radiused up. Then all we got to do is the 45. It'll look a lot nicer there than the corners. And I'll bring that back and show it to you a little bit later. This is how I'm doing this pallet. I'm using my pallet here. And what I am doing is I'm using the same 45 gauge. And then I'm just screwing it down to here. Now we're going to have to double check our measurements again, you know, if you get what I'm saying, on this, because it's 45, we got to double check it each time. It takes a little bit longer to do these 45s here, if you will. So that's that. Now we're just going to cut this 45 here real quick. You know, it takes that long to get set up, and I just got to double check this. I double check it every time because what we were going to do is when we swing the part over to the other side, it kind of messes it up. Then we'll just cut this side. As you can see here, I got the radiuses done here on these parts, and that's the last thing we got to do. Just some finished touch-up work and all that type of stuff. It won't be, you know, but those are pretty much done. So if you guys would like a set, email me, and I will sell you a set of these. Like I said, I think they're going to be 90 bucks. That includes shipping. All that stuff. If you guys work on Eaton Fuller transmissions and want a set of countershaft holders, let me know. You know, I'm going to just Scotch-Brite wheel them up real nice and all that type of stuff. We got that project done. Hope you enjoyed video on how to make these. Like I said, you know, go check out the Patreon account. Go check out snaponjunkie.com for t-shirts and sweatshirts. Also check out Facebook, Instagram, all my social medias. You guys know the fucking shit. And like always, you know, thanks for watching, and I gotta fucking go.